Most people don't realize how much of their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making millions pulling details about you from public records and the internet, then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, all backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might just sell credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/hidden. Protect yourself now at aura.com/hidden.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can find options that fit your budget and potentially lower your bills. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Think about it. Rugby league isn't really about tries and goals, is it? Not really. It's not about trophies. It's not even about winning. No, rugby league is about people. It's about experiences, friendship, adventures, memories. And it's true you cannot buy those things, but you can organize them. And that's what we've been doing here at Catalan Sport Tours since 2014. Whether it's a World Cup, Away to the Dragons, Las Vegas, Cup Finals, State of Origins, Paris or Dublin, we'll organize everything so you can focus on making memories. Because that's what rugby league's all about. Find us at catalansporttours.com.
And that's it, full time here at Cherry Red Record Stadium. It was 6-0, the London Broncos over Gould Vikings, 6-0. And let's go now back to the first game of the day. It was a 30-24 win, and that was for the Melbourne Storm over the Canberra Raiders. And Canberra coach Ricky Stuart, he was unimpressed with one of his players, Corey Horsburgh, for an indiscretion at a crucial stage of the game. Let's hear what Ricky Stuart had to say.
It should have been 28 all. And there's a brain explosion. I mean, we got a penalty. It was a brain explosion. And lost the opportunity. Yeah, of course it was. There was one last week or the week before with Alex Twile. Everyone knows that. You're not allowed to do that. It's in the rules. It's been in the rules for the last many years. That's the furthest thing from my mind, Dave. And, I don't need to be talking about that now. You got to understand the situation we're in. It's pretty disappointing in regards to knowing that we're not going to make the semis now.
And next up, we can have a quick listen to the coach of the Newcastle Knights. That's Justin Holbrook.
Yeah, the boys are terrific. Obviously we lost Bradman and Phoenix late, and Harrison Graham and Fletcher Hunt just come in, and we don't miss a beat. So full credit to the playing group. We don't sort of dwell on anything. We just get on with it, and we knew it was going to be tough down here this afternoon, and I thought we fought really hard and come up with some big plays, especially for Frizz's 300th game. I thought that was awesome, and the way we had to fight really hard to win is the way he's played his whole career. So really pleased for Frizz and our whole playing group.
The Dragons, St George Illawarra, they had a win today as well. They're only their third of the year. Dean Young is not an excitable guy, but this is about as excited as he gets. It was 24-16 over their neighbours, Cronulla.
They'll get a lot of confidence out of beating the top 4 team, and that's what the Sharks are. They've been really strong over the last 6 weeks, and they're a quality team all over the park, and our boys did a really good job tonight. Yeah, sometimes you get thrown curveballs in this game, and we got thrown one in the first half with Matty going off with a sore back. So set to come on, and Ryan Couchman played the 80 minutes and made something like 67 tackles, and incredible effort. But it's just the way it goes sometimes.
Colourful language was from Ricky Stuart earlier, and we also had colourful language from the coach of the Cronulla Sharks. That's Craig Fitzgibbon in assessing that defeat, that surprise defeat to St George Illawarra.
Yeah, footy's a simple game sometimes, and it's a kick in the arse we needed, to be honest. And if it's more important to you or the opponent, you do hard things. Like, it's a simple game, just work hard enough and things work out. Didn't work hard enough, and they ran harder, they tackle harder, and they got the scoreboard in their favour for that reason. So we smart-assed their way through today, and it wasn't. They were very good, very good. So, but we were nowhere near competitive enough today.
Okay, I got the coach of Gould here, Scott Taylor. What do you make of that scoreline? I saw at half-time you came down and you just sort of wanted to encourage your boys. I'll bring them off the field. How do you sum that up?
I sum it up by the fact that us as a club shouldn't be in this position. Obviously, the league's merged at the start of the season. We didn't get much notice. We're only a brand new team in League One. We did really well last year, first year. First of all, we shouldn't be in Championship, but we get merged, and then obviously in the merger, we then get given 4 of the hardest Championship teams possible in London, Donny, Witness and Batley. So, look, it's we've had it really, really tough this year. I had 15 fit players really today. I've had to put someone in with a broken thumb and had to get someone out of retirement to come in, and you're coming up against a team that, let's be honest, in London, they're probably spending somewhere between 1 and 1.5 million. I'm probably lucky if I'm spending 100 grand at the minute. Everything what happens there is what you've got to expect and see. London have done it all year. They're good at ripping these League One teams apart. I played Super League for 15 years, and in the Challenge Cup, when you used to play League One teams, you'd be licking your lips thinking, I might score a hat-trick today. So everything you're seeing is everything what's expected. No surprise. I've got lads who are getting up tomorrow at 5 in the morning to go to work, and they've just come to London today to get this on them. And that full-time team, fair play to London. Look, they should be back in Super League. Everything they're doing this year shows they should be back in Super League. We're just getting put into a game which just shouldn't happen, in my opinion. And in Challenge Cup you expect it, but not 8-10 games a year like this for us. We're just not ready for it.
So the merging of the comps is to blame. You think that was a bad move to merge the Championship and League One?
Well, it has to be, doesn't it? Because there was no notice, and then you've got 20 teams after Feathernet pull out, and then some teams are playing Hunslet and Salford twice from Championship, who we'd give more on the game and back ourselves to win them games. And then some teams like us, they get given Donny, London and Witness. It's like, let's get into the crystal ball and decide. Look, I'm not going to moan. Look, we've had a brilliant year. Start of this year, anywhere from 10th to 16th would be a huge success in the second year of this club. We would have expected to be top 6 this year in League One. And at the minute going into this weekend, we was a 4th place out of all League One teams. And we're beating teams we should be beating. So you're going to take away from our year. The issue I have is playing teams like London, Donny and Witness regular. My lads are busting and getting injuries, because when you're playing full-time lads every other week, these lads aren't built for it. I'm training twice a week, 1 hour on a night, and building up. Like, that's how people get injured. You can ride it for one game, but like I said, I'm coming into the game today and I've got 15 fit players. Even now I'm questioning whether the Sharks come out of retirement. So
what happens next year?
Look, well, I don't know. Obviously, me personally, I'm back in Super League. I'm obviously going back at Hull FC under Steve McNamara. So me personally, I'm in Super League. But regarding this, if it's going to stay the same, things have to change. But I don't think it can stay the same. We've not got enough talent in this country at the minute to fulfil a good reserve league and a Championship league. For me, it's got to be one or the other. You need to drop down the teams in Champ and run a serious reserves, or for me, make sure Super League teams are linking up with these teams like Goal and scrapping the reserves, because we're just not getting the players. There's not enough talent out there, and like I said, you've got some boys who are coming here today It took us 5 hours to get here. You get 90 points put on you, 5 hours back, come back from work 5 in the morning. You're just going to lose more players to the game.
Safe journey home, Scott.
All the best.
Good on you, mate. So, yeah, great interview there with Scott Taylor, and he's pretty philosophical about what the situation is here. 92-6, the full-time score. And he says, what do you expect? He says that we didn't get any warning about the merging of the divisions. And he says that the draw is not even, it's not fair. And it can't continue next year. There's not enough players. So very, very interesting comments. But 92-6, the full-time score there, and we did go away from this game in the second half because it's a very tight match in the other game, the Oldham and Sheffield game, and it was a late field goal, I think, that won that. So let's see if we can grab a London Broncos. See if we can grab a London Broncos player and have a bit of a chat. Here's maybe Alex. It's got to be Alex Walker. So here we go, Alex Walker. Alex, just so it's we're still on air, I think. Hey mate, how are you? Congratulations. We're still on. We're on a bit of live radio here, mate. Fairy tale. First half hat trick, 4 tries, and you kicked a goal. What was there talk out there? Were they saying they were going to set you up for a few tries?
I don't know. I think the boys, looking for me every time they broke through. So big thanks to them for making it a special occasion.
You've had a lot of great games in this jersey. Is today the best?
No, it's up there. It's a special, to hit 200 with the likes of Will and that. Really proud of that achievement, and big thanks to all the fans and all my family coming to support me today. But like I said, there's been some real big games over the years. Loved every minute of playing for this club, so hopefully get a few more and sneak up behind Will.
It was obviously set up to be a big day for you, wasn't it? I mean, you came back into the side for this week. You're at home, 200th, all that sort of stuff. When did you kind of know that today was going to be the day when you'd hit the 200?
Me and JD, we spoke about it a few weeks ago. Hitting this milestone, obviously really important for myself. So we sort of spoke about it, and being back at home, it was a bigger occasion, something special, so I could get all my family to come watch. It sort of meant a lot to me for them to come be there today.
Any indication what the future holds for you?
No, I still feel good. The body's still going well, so I just want to carry on playing as long as I'm enjoying it. I want to carry on representing this club as long as I can. So whatever happens, hopefully I'm carrying on playing my rugby round in London somewhere. You remember today for a while. Thanks for talking to us. Cheers. Thank you very much.
So that just about winds us up for our live part of the show. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back next week. I'm not sure at which games, but we'll be back next week. Joining me from the Midlands of England here on rugbyleague.com is former first grader back in Australia and also over here in Europe, and Australian schoolboys representative Troy Perkins. Tell the listeners what you're up to now.
Yeah, mate, Rugby Discounts is what it's called. It specialising in all the latest NRL kit from Australia, whether it's jerseys, training T-shirts, training vests, training shorts, hoodies, most clubs are available. You can get me on www.rugbydiscounts.net. I've also got a Facebook page, Rugby Discounts. So very active on that, and Instagram as well. So best prices and the great quality NRL gear that it's very difficult to get in the UK.
The Rugby League Coach podcast is hosted by me, Lee Addison. I'm a former coach at NRL clubs, a couple of World Cups. You may remember the USA shocking the world in 2013. That's one of them. I also coached Poland to an Emerging Nations World Cup and helped Ireland a few years ago too. I've also worked at 3 elite high schools in England, and I like to offer my coaching services for free on this podcast. It's a Rugby League Coach podcast, and you can get to it through rugbyleague.com, the world's first 24-hour online rugby league radio station. That's a Rugby League Coach podcast with me, Lee.
When you need to send the perfect rose bouquet, only one brand can say they've been the floral authority for 50 years. 1-800-Flowers. Why should you trust 1-800-Flowers? They hand-select every stem to ensure top quality. And with nationwide delivery, smiles and satisfaction are 100% guaranteed. And right now, when you order a dozen multicolored roses, we'll double it at no extra cost. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Order today at 1-800-Flowers.com/podcast. That's 1-800-Flowers.com/podcast.